Hey guys, thank you for tuning in for another episode. Before you watch this episode, for people who might have triggering things, we talk about date rape and different things like that. So if you're triggered by anything, beware to have people around and contact the right people if you feel like you're having a reaction to this episode. Okay, thanks guys.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to The Peaceful Truth, a podcast where we talk about everything from feminism, feminist issues, and more. You are joined by your co-hosts, Meghan Hoharts and
Kenzie Meekbeck.
Kenzie.
Yes. Meghan.
How are things going for you?
They're great. I am having a good week. We're actually filming 3 episodes in a row.
We are.
We're actually filming it backwards, so the first one that you will hear will be the last one we record. But this is the most recent one. So
yes. So how was your weekend?
it was good. I went to the wineries. We're filming several weeks in advance. I went to the wineries for my birthday.
Nice. Was it so fun?
It was so fun. I'm a little queasy today.
Oh no.
A little, not a lot though.
You seem in good spirits overall.
No, I don't feel that bad.
Good.
Yeah. What about you? How was your weekend?
My weekend was really good. It was I had so many errands to run with India, and I got my second Hep A B shot.
Oh.
It's painful, but it's okay. You need it to go to India.
Yeah.
And I just, spent lots of money because gotta get all that stuff. I needed a new suitcase. I needed new clothes because, I don't have enough as it is.
Yeah. That's how I always feel.
So
I'm not like a shoe girl or a purse girl. I'm a clothes girl.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't really care too much about shoes. Well, that's a little bit of a lie, but I mean, I just have 3 solid pair that you need. And then other than that, money goes towards clothes.
Right.
And makeup.
Right.
And I saw that you got some new stuff for your face, for your dry face.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay. So I've been having a huge peeling problem. My face flakes every day and it's disgusting and it's so embarrassing because at work in the morning, I put on moisturizer. It looks okay, passable. And then I get in and a few hours later, I look at my face and it looks like the cracking of a desert on my face.
You were saying that you go to the restroom just to wipe your face off.
Yeah, of the flakes. It was that bad. And I drink water. I couldn't figure it out. And everyone's like, go to the dermo. I know I probably need to, but whatevs. And I just went to get my annual checkup for skin cancer. And so I'm like, I don't want to go back in.
Why didn't you bring it up?
I don't know. Because it wasn't bad at that time. It gets bad in the winter.
Oh, does it happen in Texas or just here?
No, it happened in Texas. And so I had this cream that I think I even recommended on one of our first episodes where we were doing beauty products. And that got discontinued.
Oh, no.
And it worked on my flakes, which particularly happened on the side of my nose. And then I was like, okay, I need to invest. So I went on this forum, this girly girl forum, and I was like, guys, help. And they recommended Ultra Repair by a First Aid brand. I think I could put it on our story later. And it has helped.
Good.
Do you see my face?
Your face looks good.
Yeah, and it's really soft.
So is it a night cream and a morning one? Or?
No, it's a face cleanser because I did the wrong stuff completely, and moisturizer as well. Because if you listen to the other episodes, I just used Dove face wash, and it's bad. So now I switched to more expensive stuff.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Right.
And your face looks beautiful.
Thank you. Maybe it's going to change. And you know what? I was thinking maybe I've been even having breakouts because it's been so dry. Maybe it contributes to them somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
let's check back in and see how your first aid stuff is going.
First one is when in 3 weeks when our next new episode airs, we'll check back in.
Sorry if you're watching on YouTube, we're going to be wearing the same outfits over and over and over.
That's fine. It'll be a week in between, so maybe they'll forget.
So, do you want me to kick things off about this week's episode?
Yeah, you thought of this one, and I think it's a really good. We like to do current events. Meg's really good at the current event brainstorm. So what was this one about?
So, this one is about Dr. Grant Robichaux and his girlfriend, whose name is Sarissa Riley.
Okay.
And for those of you who don't know, Grant, he is a 38-year-old reality TV star. He was also dubbed Orange County's most eligible bachelor, and he's a doctor. I believe a plastic surgeon, to be exact.
I want to preface this because this episode will be like in the middle, so it might be a week or two after we're filming. So if any new developments, we're doing this like in mid-October. So if there's new developments, yeah.
In 2014, he appeared on the Bravo show, Online Dating Rituals of the American Male. And he came across as a perfectionist looking for a cookie cutter wife to give him 2 kids. So kind of came across, this rich doctor, extremely good looking man wanting the perfect little family. So his girlfriend, she's 31 years old. Her name is Sarissa Riley. She's a dance instructor who moved in with Robichaux this year. She was previously married, and her husband came out as a gay man, and so they decided to get a divorce. But her ex was interviewed for this article in the New York Post that's called Inside the Twisted Love Story of a Couple Busted for Preying on Party Girls by Dana Schuster.
Did he find this? This is kind of irrelevant. Did he find this girlfriend on that show?
No, he did not. They met in Vegas at a party. So, according to her ex-husband, she was a devout Christian. She loved to foster dogs from local shelters, and the couple, Grant and Sarissa, had plans to marry. However, their plans were quickly halted when on September 11th, the duo was arrested for allegedly drugging and sexually assaulting 2 women in 2016. Since then, multiple women have come forward, with more than a dozen women coming forward with similar accusations. Orange County District Attorney Tony Rackhouse told the Post that there are thousands of videos and photos on Robichaux's phone, mainly showing the couple having sexual contact with unconscious women.
As like a group sexual encounter?
It sounds like the couple was involved and then the women who they then drugged. What I've gathered from reading some different articles is Sarissa would kind of bring the woman in, show her a good time, get her drinks.
Sorry, a dog's licking my face.
Hannah, that's enough. So get her relaxed, and then one would drug her by I think by putting roofies in the drinks.
So did they lure them back as a couple, or did they lure them like or did they just spark up a conversation at the bar?
They lured them as a couple, and Sarissa, it seems like she was kind of the one who would initiate the initial conversation, and then they would drug women and bring them back to Grant's house.
So they would drug them at the bar. Ugh.
Yep. So here is one woman who hasn't actually pressed charges yet. Her name is Lauren Hayden. She's 24 years old, and she actually was approached by Grant, so she had no idea that there was even a girlfriend involved. I want to say that they met on an online dating website, and she recalls her first date with Grant last year at his $2 million home in Newport Beach in Orange County. At first, he seemed the stereotype of an egotistical doctor, she said. We talked about him for the entire date. I remember thinking his life was really exciting. If only he wasn't a pompous asshole, I would have loved the guy, Hayden said. Then Robichaux got aggressive. We went into the jacuzzi and he tried tearing off my bathing suit top.
Jeez.
I was blaming myself, and he kept retrying, and I kept saying no over and over.
You should not blame yourself.
I know. So Robichaud and Sarissa are now out on $100,000 bail each. They have charged with 13 and 11 felonies respectively, including oral copulation with anesthesia, rape by drugs, and assault with intent to commit sexual offenses. Robichaud is also charged with intent to sell and possess assault weapons. So the first person to come forward is a 32-year-old woman, and she alleged that the assault occurred in April 2016. She met the pair at China Palace Restaurant in Newport Beach. Days later, she partied with them and others aboard a boat before going to the doctor's home. Unable to walk, she was carried to bed, where Grant gave her 2 pills and had sex with her, while Sarissa filmed the encounter on her iPhone.
Do they have evidence of that?
There's so many videos and photos on Grant's phone.
Wow.
So
did we say where this article? We said CNN in the beginning, right?
This article
Just
I found
check.
from the New York Post.
This is New York Post.
Yep.
This guy got it.
Mm-hmm. So then a toxicology report found that this woman had cocaine, ecstasy, and MDA in her system.
I feel like that cocktail could like put you into like a coma.
Mm-hmm. During a search, police found drugs, including GHB, ecstasy, and cocaine at Grant's home. Police say that the victim felt paralyzed by the apparent drugs and did not feel as though she could physically resist Grant and Sarissa while they were having sex with her. 6 months later, another woman allegedly assaulted after meeting the couple at a bar. She lost consciousness while drinking with them and woke up to Grant and Sarissa attempting to rape her at home. She screamed and a neighbor called 911. So the district attorney said that the duo targeted women at bars and events like Burning Man, as well as on dating apps including Bumble and Tinder. One of the alleged victims dubbed them Bonnie and Clyde. The current charges against the couple relate only to the 2 women who have filed police reports, and since the posting of this article, numerous, probably, I want to say I read 6 to a dozen women have come forward.
Dang, and the ex-husband just thinks...
The ex-husband is kind of shocked, actually. He was saying, like, she was a devout Christian, like, going to church every Sunday. She loved to volunteer at the local dog shelter. And so he was completely shocked that this was even...
That's terrifying.
I know. And it's also terrifying to think about, this man who was dubbed the most eligible bachelor in Orange County. And also, I know Bravo TV has a bad rap, but
yeah,
but he was the star of one of their shows, and
that's awful.
From the outside looking in, you would think,
all of this is alleged, but still, there's cell phone video.
Yeah, for sure. And so I just wanted to bring to light that a couple of things. This is in line with the Me Too movement. And then not only this time is a man involved, but a woman is involved as well. So then on the next episode, we want to cover things to look out for the date rape drug, and as well as how to keep yourself as safe as possible with online dating, which is where our culture is right now.
That's how I
totally
date. I'm a single
dating.
girl. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So stay tuned for the next episode where we'll go over all of that and provide some tips for you guys.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.